Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is JR here, back with my third video, and sorry it took so long. If anybody out there is actually watching, I'll try to keep it a little more consistent going forward. It is hard. I'm doing this with some a little outdated equipment. Um, so today I'm bringing you a battle with one of my good longtime friends, Mr. Blaine. Blaine and I were actually longtime rivals. I've been battling against him since 1996 when we were in fourth grade, and we were, hanging out, just walking around with our Game Boy Colors trying to battle just ourselves, because you had to have a wire and a buddy to play with, and could only be about a foot away from him while you're battling. Back then, we didn't really know that much, so we just grabbed our favorite guys and battled each other. So that's kind of what we did today. I had some guys pre-made, and he just handpicked some of my guys, and he has some of his in-game guys. I took a full Kanto team because, as you guys know, I'm trying to just use Kanto guys on this channel. If anybody out there has a favorite Kanto guy or a favorite Kanto set, or they just want to see a guy be used in a battle, let me know what you want to see, and I will try to provide that for you. I have most of the Kanto guys already made, but if I don't have that guy made, I will go make him for you and try to show him in a battle and try to use him the way that you intended him to be used. So yeah, just leave a comment down at the bottom. I love all Kanto guys, so if you have a favorite, go ahead and say something, and I'll try to use them. Today I really wanted to use Onyx because I enjoy Onyx. I enjoyed him in the cartoon. I thought he's gotten a little underplayed. I mean, you have this huge rock snake, and he never gets used. He was so dominant in that first gym battle against Pikachu, and ever since then, it was like he really wasn't seen in the show unless it was to like be used as a ladder or help move rocks or something. It was bad. Like, you have this huge rock snake and you're not even gonna make him powerful. That's ridiculous. Anyways, I try to use him, and turns out in game he's even worse than he is in the anime. Basically, the only set that I found that makes him somewhat usable is the Stealth Rock's Toxic Protect stall. I mean, it's pretty bad. I hate doing stalls, but if you get him set up against somebody, I guess it works out pretty well. Alright, and that's pretty much the whole reason why I wanted to battle against Blaine. He said he would indulge me with a battle against Onyx, so here we go. And like I said, I threw out Onyx first because he's my favorite, or at least the guy that I'm trying to use for this day, and he sent out Dragonite, so that kind of helped me out with him sending in a purely physical attacker and my guy being a purely physical defensive guy. It really matched up to my favor. I was still definitely worried because it's Onyx going up against the one and the only Dragonite, one of the most underused, powerful guys that I've seen. He is an OU, but he still doesn't get a lot of playtime. I mean, for how amazing this guy is, he can fit into just about any team out there. Dragonite is one of those guys that I love. You can just pick him up, put him on a team, and he fits in. It just works. He's flying, dragon, and he's physical. He has a move where he can set up. You can put roost on him. You can do anything. You have a priority move on him as well. So after you set up, you can't be out prioritized by another guy and just get beat that way. He's a really hard guy to beat. I get lucky with the whole toxic and protect stall, and somehow that works out for me. But yeah, it's pretty boring doing a toxic stall. That's usually why I don't try to have guys on my team that do that. It's just not that much fun for me. I always grew up wanting to attack the opponent, not just let the opponent's guy die by attacking me and by poison, you know. But I guess you gotta take what works, and I got lucky this time, and I ended up getting a win over this Dragonite with my Onyx. Eventually he'll die. I think it's this turn he's gonna go down. My friend Blaine, he hasn't battled since 1990s, so he doesn't quite get the, I guess, toxic builds. The damage that it does builds every turn. So he thinks by roosting he's gonna actually save his Dragonite, but it doesn't. It keeps building up, and eventually toxic can take you down with just one shot. It's pretty crazy. You have to have a guy that'll last that long, but it can do it. I've seen it done before, and yeah, there you go. Toxic finally takes out the Dragonite. Pretty much this point on, my Onyx is dead, so I'm just going to leave him in. I use Protect to kind of scout out what he's going to use right here. Find out what he's going to use. Is he going to use that close combat or Crunch? He uses Crunch, the safe, honest Crunch. Wow. That's pretty nice. No recoil. He didn't get any recoil damage. He didn't get any stat drops. He just went for a straight Crunch, so I give him credit on that move. That was actually probably a move I wouldn't have done. Smarter than me. So this guy, he's been battling about 4 times, and he's already making moves that are, well, I'm not saying great because I'm not a great player, but better than me. So I guess that's good. But he's not going to live a Water Pulse. I'm surprised that he actually stayed in, but I guess he thought that electric move would do more. It did about half, so it did its job. It did enough for this guy to come in and be able to kill him, right? Alakazam is pretty powerful. Oh, and it has the Grass Ball. He didn't even need that hit. He could have just came in with Alakazam and Grass Ball. And Alakazam is power, straight power. He brings nothing but power and speed. Ninetales, can he live one? Ninetales can live one. Ninetales is invested in his special defense and his speed, so that's pretty cool. Doesn't really matter though, because Alakazam 2-shots him, so great. I got a little worried sending in my Venusaur against the Psychic. I'm not sure if he can take one. Oh, he does. He lives on 7. Amazing. I get a setup with a Sleep Powder. Now I can go for my Leech Seed next turn. Get a little life back with Black Sludge. And yeah, then eventually, hopefully, he'll stay asleep for a couple more turns. Let me build back up. There's my Leech Seed. Get a little life from Leech Seed and Black Sludge. I put a Giga Drain on him, so that's probably the move that I use next, since that's his best lineup. I'm not going to use a poison type move against a psychic guy. Psychic guys are just, they resist it, so that'd be pointless for me to do. Might as well get life back as I can. I'm glad that he stayed asleep that turn. If he did not stay asleep, I would have died. I almost got back to half health with the Black Sludge, and the Leech Seed puts me, where does it put me? About half? A little over half, so that's not bad. He's still asleep. Wow, he ended up staying asleep for a long time in this match. That really saved me, because that Alakazam would have just destroyed him. Even with all that life I got back, I couldn't take another hit. He would have just destroyed him. I lived down to 7 last time. So, I mean, if he probably would have got high rolled, he probably would have killed me. So I really got lucky on that one. Venusaur. Oh, he's faster than an Aegislash. I like that. Oh, Excalibur. That's a pretty cool nickname for Aegislash. There's not too many swords out there, so I'm sure Excalibur's been used before. I'm sure this isn't the first Excalibur. But, yeah, let's see how he does with him. This is kind of a new guy for him. I think this was his first time battling with Excalibur, and I don't know if he kind of understood the whole stance changing or what, but he does okay with him. But I think Venusaur against him, he doesn't really have much to take on Venusaur, right? The King Shield's nice, but it's not really going. It doesn't lower my defense because I hit him with a my attack because I hit him with a special attack. It only lowers your attack if you hit him with a physical one, so the King Shield's not really going to do much against him. And I just keep putting him to sleep and let myself set up. I leech seeded him. I got some life back. And then he switches again into an attack mode, hoping that he would have woken up off of that. He has been asleep for a long time. I keep putting him to sleep, so I'd get pretty annoyed with it too. I think he just wants to wake up and kill me. Excalibur is pretty fun to play with. Venusaur though, Venusaur is just a beast. He's huge. Love him. Gotta love him. I pull him back and we send out Nidoking because this is just taking too long. The battle was just going too slow. I got frustrated and wanted to get something going. Apparently he felt the same way and switched out the same turn I did. That's really lucky on my part because this guy could have just came in and destroyed my Venusaur if I would have went for like something lame, like I don't know, Leech Seed or something. I don't know. So he gets his attack off first. Luckily, my Nidoking lives it. I'm not sure how he lived it, but I'm glad he did because he is power. Once you can get an attack with him, he has straight power. I like putting the Life Orb on him. Nidoking gets boosted attack from that, but he doesn't take the damage from it because of his sheer force ability. And I get a Ice Beam off on his Latios. That is awesome. That was his in-game Latios, so it wasn't invested, but you know, it's still nice to take out a legendary Pokemon. Then yeah, here we go. This is why I switched into the Nidoking the first time when he was out there, so I could get a ground type move and, you know, just kind of get him out of the way. I got lucky when he sent in the Gengar, but that's the match for the day.